Hello everyone, welcome again. From this video I am going to discuss another topic which is called maxima and minima of multivariable functions. Although we have studied maxima and minima of a single variable function in school, so before going to start the maxima or minima of multivariable function, let us recall what we have done in school. Suppose we are given a function fx of single independent variable x, then to find maxima and minima of the function fx, we have to follow the following procedure. First, we differentiate this function fx with respect to x. We get dy by dx equal to f dash x. Now we equate this function f dash x to 0. We get an equation f dash x equal to 0. The root of this equation f dash x equal to 0 gives the stationary points. If this equation is quadratic, then we get 2 values of x. If it is cubic, then we get 3 values of x. And if it is biquadratic, then we get 4 values of x, and so on. So solving the equation f dash x equal to 0, we get the stationary points x equal to x1, x2, x3 and so on. These are the stationary points. That means these are the only points where we can get maxima and minima. No other point out of these we can find maxima or minima. So these are the stationary points. Now we have to decide which point is maxima and which point gives the minima. For that we have to find the second order derivative of y with respect to x. So the second derivative of y with respect to x is d2y by dx2 is equal to f double dash x. Now at the particular point xi, if d2y by dx2 is positive, then the point is called minima. So at point x equal to xi, some particular point x equal to xi, if d2y by dx2 is greater than 0, then such point xi is minima. And if at a particular point x equal to xi, second derivative is less than 0, then the point xi is called maxima. So this we have done in the school. Now come to the maxima minima of multivariable function. How to calculate the maxima minima of a function of more than one variables. So suppose z equal to function of xy be any function of two independent variables x and y. Then to find maxima and minima of z equal to fxy, we differentiate z with respect to x and y partially. Here the partial differentiation is because of the function contain more than one independent variables. So differentiate z with respect to x and y partially, we get del z by del x and del z by del y. Now equating to 0 these two partial derivative, we get del z by del x equal to 0 and del z by del y equal to 0. So these two equations. Now solving these two equations simultaneously, we get the stationary points. Since we have two variable functions, so we get the stationary points in form of order pair. x1, y1, this is the first stationary point. x2 comma y2. This is second stationary point, and so on. So these are the stationary point we obtain by solving equation first and second simultaneously. Now, to determine which point out of these stationary point will be maxima or minima, we find the second order partial derivative of z. So in order to determine extreme points, we calculate second order partial derivative del 2z by del x2, second order partial derivative of z with respect to x, which we denoted by r, del 2z by del x del y, second order partial derivative of z with respect to x and y, which we denoted by s, and second order partial derivative of z with respect to y, del 2z by del y2, which we denoted by t. So we calculate r, s and t. Now at the stationary point xi comma yi, suppose any point p is xi comma yi, we calculate rt minus s square, and if we find rt minus s square is positive greater than 0, then we find r, and if r is also positive at this point p, then the point P is minima. Similarly, if at the stationary point P xi comma yi, we find rt minus s square is positive and r is negative, then the point P is maxima. And if at the point P xi comma yi, rt minus s square is less than 0, that is negative, then at point P there is neither maxima nor minima, and the such point is called saddle point. The stationary point where neither maxima nor minima exist, then the stationary point is called saddle point. And also, if rt minus s square at point P is 0, then the further investigation is required to determine the maxima and minima at point P. So here we observe that for maxima or minima, rt minus s square must be greater than 0. If rt minus s square is greater than 0, then if r is greater than 0, the point P is minima, and if r is less than 0, then the point is maxima. So rt minus s square greater than 0 indicate that there is something maxima or minima, which determined by the value of r. For positive r, minima, and for negative r, maxima. If rt minus s square is not greater than 0, if rt minus s square is not positive, then there may be a saddle point or further investigation is required. So this is the process of finding maxima or minima of two variable functions. Now let us discuss an example of maxima minima of two variable function. So the example is, find the maxima and minima of the function u equal to x cube plus 3xy square minus 15x square minus 15y square plus 72x, and also find the maximum and minimum value of the function. So here we have to find maxima and minima of two variable function u. The solution is given u is x cube plus 3xy square minus 15x square minus 15y square plus 72x. Now to find the stationary point, we have to find the partial derivative of u with respect to x and y, that is del u by del x and del u by del y. So del u by del x, partial derivative of u with respect to x. So here the partial derivative of x cube with respect to x is 3x square. Here with respect to x, 3 and y square are constant, and partial derivative of x with respect to x is 1. So we get 3y square. Here we get x square, derivative of x square is 2x, so we get minus 30x, and with respect to x, y is constant, so this whole term is constant and therefore its derivative is 0 with respect to x, plus here derivative of x is 1, so we get 72. So this is the value of del u by del x, that is the partial derivative of u with respect to x. Now we find del u by del y, partial derivative of u with respect to y. So with respect to y, x cube is constant, so its derivative is 0. Here with respect to y, 3x is constant and derivative of y square is 2y, so we get 6xy. Again with respect to y, 15x square is constant, so its derivative is 0. Here the derivative of y square with respect to y is 2y, so we get minus 30y, plus x is constant with respect to y, so derivative of 72x with respect to y is 0. So these are the values of del u by del x and del u by del y. Now we equate these two equations, del u by del x and del u by del y, equate by 0. So equating to 0, del u by del x and del u by del y, we get. So this we equate this equation to 0, then we divide this whole equation by 3, we get x square plus y square minus 10x plus 24. And here we take 6y equating to 0, we get 6xy minus 30y equal to 0, and then we take 6y common, then we get 6y into x minus 5. So equating to 0, del u by del x and del u by del y, we get equation 4 and 5. Now we solve these two equations 4 and 5 simultaneously and get the stationary point. So from equation 5, we get y equal to 0 and x equal to 5. Equating this to 0, we get y equal to 0, and equating this factor to 0, we get x equal to 5. So to find the stationary point, solve the equation 4 and 5 simultaneously. From equation 5, we get y equal to 0 and x equal to 5. Now put using y equal to 0 in equation 4, because the stationary points are in order pair x comma y. So y equal to 0, put in equation 4. So here y equal to 0, we get x square minus 10x plus 24. So this is quadratic equation. In x gives two values of x. The factor of these equations are x minus 4 and x minus 6 equal to 0, and which gives x equal to 4 and x equal to 6. So the value of x is 4 and 6 corresponding to y equal to 0, and therefore the points are x is 4 when y is 0, and when y is 0 x is 6. So 4 comma 0 and 6 comma 0 are 2 points, stationary points. Further, use x equal to 5 in equation 4. We get, put x equal to 5 in equation 4, we get x square is 25 plus y square as it is minus 10x, so this gives minus 50 plus 24 equal to 0. So 25 plus 24, 49 minus 50, we get minus 1. So y square minus 1 equal to 0, and which gives y equal to plus 1 and minus 1. So quadratic in y, so gives two values of y. Y square equal to 1, then y equal to plus minus 1. So corresponding to x equal to 5, we get two values of y, 1 and minus 1. And therefore the points are, when x equal to 5, y is 1, and when x equal to 5, y is minus 1. So points are 5 comma 1 and 5 comma minus 1. So the stationary points are 4 comma 0, 6 comma 0, 5 comma 1 and 5 comma minus 1. Now we have to check out of these 4 points which point is maxima and which point is minima. and therefore we have to calculate second order partial derivative of u with respect to x, xy and y. So now we find second order partial derivative. So RST. R is del 2u by del x2. So here del u by del x is this equation 2. Again differentiate this equation 2 with respect to x. We get del by del x of del u by del x, which gives del 2u by del x square. So differentiate this equation with respect to x partially, we get del 2u by del x2. So here with respect to x, derivative of x square is 2x. So we get 6x here. With respect to x, this term is constant, so its derivative is 0. With respect to x, derivative of x is 1, so we get minus 30. And 72 is constant, so its derivative is 0. So we get with 6x minus 30. So value of r, del 2u by del x2 is 6x minus 30. Now we find s, del 2u by del x del y. So to get del 2u by del x del y, we differentiate equation 2 with respect to y partially. Then we get del by del y of del u by del x, which gives del 2u by del x del y. So differentiate this equation with respect to y. So with respect to y, this is constant, so 0. With respect to y, this is constant, is 0. With respect to y, this is constant, so its partial derivative is 0. And here with respect to y, we get derivative of y square is 2y, so we get 6y only. So the value of del 2u by del x del y is 6y. So here s is 6y. Now we find t, del 2u by del y2. So for del 2u by del y2, we differentiate equation third with respect to y partially. So del by del y of del u by del y, we get del 2u by del y square. So differentiate this with respect to y. 6x is constant and derivative of y is 1, so we get 6x. Here derivative of y with respect to y is 1, so we get 30. So 6x minus 30 is del 2u by del y2. That is the value of t. So the value of t is 6x minus 30. So we find r, s and t. Now we calculate rt minus s square. Rt minus s square, which gives rt minus s square is r is 6x minus 30 into t is 6x minus 30 minus s square minus s square. So s is 6y, therefore s square is 36y square. From this factor we take 6 common, then we get x minus 5 here. From this factor we take 6 common, we get x minus 5 here. So 6 into 6, 36, and x minus 5 into x minus 5 is x minus 5 whole square minus 36y square. So this is the value of rt minus s square. Now one by one we check these stationary points for maxima and minima. So case first, at point 4, 0. Put 4, 0 in rt minus s square. We get rt minus s square is 36, x is 4, so 4 minus 5 whole square minus 36 y is 0, 4, 0, so y is 0 square. So this is 0 and 4 minus 5 is minus 1 square is plus 1, so we get 36, which is positive, greater than 0. So rt minus s square is positive. That means there is maxima or minima at this point, which is determined by the value of r. So we find r at this point 4, 0. The value of r is 6x minus 30. We take 6 common, so x minus 5. 6 into x minus 5. This is the value of r. Now at point 4, 0, so put x equal to 4. We get 6 into 4 minus 5. 4 minus 5 is minus 1, and therefore we get the value of r is minus 6, less than 0, negative. So rt minus s square is positive. That means there is maxima or minima at this point. And since r is negative at this point, Therefore, this point is maxima of the function u. So the point 4, 0 is maxima. Now we find maximum value of the function u, which can be obtained by putting x equal to 4 and y equal to 0 in the given function. So in given function u, we put x equal to 4 and y equal to 0, we get u maximum. Here we put the value of x is 4 and y is 0. And simplify this, we get the maximum value of u is 112. So the maximum of function is 4, 0 and the maximum value of function is 112. Now we check next point. Next point is 6, 0. So first we find rt minus s square at this point. So rt minus s square is 36 x minus 5. So x is 6, 6 minus 5 whole square minus 36 into y square. So y is 0, so 0 square. So this term is 0 and 6 minus 5 is 1, 1 square is 1, so we get 36, which is positive. So rt minus s square is positive. That means there is maxima or minima at this point 6, 0, which is determined by the value of r. So r is 6 into x minus 5. The value of x is 6. So 6 into 6 minus 5, which gives 6, positive. So rt minus s square is positive. That means there is maxima or minima at this point. And r is positive. This indicates that the point 6, 0 is minima. Since r is positive, this point is minima. So the point 6, 0 is minima of the function. Now the minimum value of the function can be obtained by putting x equal to 6 and y equal to 0 in the given function. So we put in given function x equal to 6 and y equal to 0 and simplify this, we get 108. So the minimum value of function u is 108. Hence the minimum of function is 6, 0 and minimum value of function is 108. Now we check other point. Next point is 5, 1. So first we find rt minus s square. So rt minus s square is 36 into x minus 5 whole square minus 36 y square. So x is 5 and y is 1. So here 5 minus 5 is 0. So this term is 0 and from here we get minus 36, less than 0. So rt minus s square is less than 0. That means there is neither maxima nor minima at 5, 1. And therefore this point is saddle point. This stationary point is saddle point. And finally the last point is 5, minus 1. So again we calculate rt minus s square at this point. So rt minus s square is 36 into x minus 5 whole square and x is 5 minus 36 y square. Y is minus 1, so it's square. This is 0 and minus 1 square is plus 1, so we get minus 36, which is negative, less than 0. So rt minus s square is less than 0 at this point. Therefore at this point there is neither maxima nor minima, and hence this point is again a saddle point. So out of 4 points, stationary point, 1 point is maxima, other point 6, 0 is minima, and remaining 2 point 5, 1 and 5, minus 1 are saddle points. So this is an example on maxima and minima of two variable function. In next video we will discuss few more important examples on maxima or minima of two variable functions. So see you in next video. Thank you.